Hey everyone, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2019 Springdale 300BH FW. This is a great fifth wheel floor plan. You have the rear corner bunks with a bath and a half. So if you kind of like the travel trailer setup, but you want the excellent towability of a fifth wheel, then this is one you should certainly pay attention to. Let's start off right over here on the kitchen. What you'll notice right away is the upgraded seamless countertops you have on here. It's not your traditional T-mold, so you won't have the siding here popping off. Also, with this countertop, it allows for an undermount sink, so that way it's a much cleaner look. You have a single large bowl here, which I do like for if you use residential cookware, because you can actually fit it down in there and easily wash and rinse your dishes. Also, the top is a cutting board, so if you want to flip it over, that way you just use one side as a cutting board. You have a big cutting board right there, which is cool. High-rise faucet there as well. And if you take a look underneath, you will see good storage too. Right up front, you have a storage area right over here to the side. If you want to put extra shoes there, you can. You actually have a dedicated spot for shoes, but that's just an extra one there, or whatever else you want to stick in there. Plus, you have a drawer right here around to the side. An additional drawer right here. I'll open this one up for you so you can take a look. That'll probably be where you put the majority of your flatware. And if you take a look underneath here, you also have enough space there you can probably fit a small trash can. Over to the side is your 3-burner cooktop with the glass cover. This does fold up and back, doubles as a backsplash, gives you access to those burners. You have your knobs right up front here. You also can turn this on if you want. It has a little light there, just kind of gives it a fancier look. But it is the upgraded Furion oven they have in here. And then you have the oven underneath as well if you want to do some baking. It's not a huge oven, but it is enough that you can, put some cookies or whatever else in there. Right up top, you have storage here. Open up one of these for you. You'll notice there is a divider there, so that way you can fully utilize that large storage space. Microwave right next to that, and then the hood underneath. 7 cubic foot fridge freezer on this one. You'll see that they have the plastic both on the racks as well as covering the back right there, so hopefully it'll help protect some things. You don't damage any milk cartons or anything you put in there. Plus a little bit larger than most. A lot of times they just have a 6 cubic foot. This one does run off both propane and electric. It also has automatic switch over. Then they give you the storage right up top here. I wanted to show you this because it's kind of tough to see, but this actually goes all the way up to the ceiling. So even though it's not a huge door, it is a pretty good storage space. You might need a step stool to reach the stuff in the very top, but they did fully utilize that space as well. You have the kind of cool decorative glass on here, the honeycomb look. Good storage in the entertainment center, both above as well as right down below. You can see both of those are kind of like the same size. And then right above that is your multimedia center with 2 speakers here. This one does have an HDMI port right on the front. It's also Bluetooth capable, controls the speakers in here as well as outside. Directly above that is your TV. Cool thing about this, I'll show you in just a moment, it is directly across from the sofa, so you have a good viewing angle. Right back here in the corner are your 2 bunks, double over double, 300-pound weight capacity on both of them. Teddy Bear bunk series, so they are quite soft. You have a window on both top and bottom bunks here. And you'll also notice you have a light on the top right there, also another one right here on the side, and then privacy curtains for both. Directly underneath, you have additional storage. It's a great place to store your dirty kids' clothes, in my opinion. Just kind of gets them out of the way there. Over here on the side of the wall, you have the thermostat. This controls both the ducted AC as well as the ducted heat in the floor. And right down below is your propane leak detector. Hopefully, you never have to hear that, but if there ever is any issues, you know that you are safe because that will alarm you. Right back here is the half bath. I love the fact they put the window because it does let in a lot of natural light, which a lot of times the bathrooms can kind of dark and dingy. Not the case here. Mirrored medicine cabinet right up to the side, electrical outlet to plug anything in. Your sink, of course, some additional storage underneath. But even better is the fact that they did manage to put your linen closet in here. Not that you would have any use for large towels back here because it is a half bath, but it does give you a spot to store the majority of your bathroom items. As we take a look at the super slide, you will notice, as I mentioned earlier, that the sofa is directly across from the TV. That way it gives you a great place to sit right here. You can enjoy the TV on a rainy day. You don't have to crane your neck to watch it. This is a Trifold sofa. I will go ahead and make it up for you because even though all the Trifold sofas have the same general idea, they do work a little bit different depending on which one it is. This one is known as the slide-a-bed. So what you do, you'll see this handle right here. You lift that up just like so. Then you'll see this secondary handle right down here. And this is actually tied to this little hook on the bottom. You can't really see it. What you do though is you take it and you just kind of pull it. You'll hear it unclick like that. That allows you to fold this up and out like so. You'll pull the legs down, then the bed simply slides out just like that, drops down, and then in the very back, you just fold this one down just like so. And then this will make up your guest bedding. So this is definitely enough room, obviously, for an adult. If you have a couple adults here, if they want to snuggle up a little, there's enough room for them as well. Windows all the way around the slides, including on the sides to help let in some of that light. Storage here right up top. Right in the center is a dual USB port, so if you need to charge any cell phones or tablets, things like that, that is the place to do it. You'll see your dinette right here. That little switch on the wall is actually to operate these lights, just kind of cool decorative lights on there. There is storage under both sides. You just have to lift up the cushion. There's your standard finger hole in there. Here, I can show you that real quick. So take this off, remove this cushion, just toss them to the side. You can see right here there's a finger hole. Lift that up and that gives you access to the storage. You basically have the same thing on the other side, so quite simple and easy to operate. The table right here is neat because you can actually pull this all the way out. It's a removable table, so if you don't want it there, take it out just like that. The other cool thing about this, folks, is the way it operates. This does drop down into a bed. It sits along these rails right here. Throw these back cushions on top and that will create your sleeping space. But it also doubles as a coffee table, so if you want to slide it over to the sofa when you're watching TV, you can do that. In order to drop this down, there's this little hook right here. Take that little yellow knob, pull it to the side. You'll hear it click just like that. You'll want to put your feet on both legs. If I can find the other one, there it is. Then you'll take the table, push it to the side, and it swings right down just like so. So as I mentioned, if you drop this right on top here, that'll create your sleeping space. Otherwise, you can move that over. But just a pretty cool extra table. It gives you a little more versatility. Right over to the side, you'll have storage here. Not super deep, but better than nothing. I'm sure you can find items to fit in there. Then this is one of my favorite parts. You do have a little storage up top, but this right here, you have a coat hook as soon as you walk in. Gives you a place to put your jackets, sweatshirts, scarves. Right down below that, you have a bench seat here, so you can sit down and put your shoes on, tie your shoes, and then you have the actual shoe storage right underneath that, so it's not clogging up your main entryway. The bathroom, it features a slider-style door into the master bedroom, and then a normal swing-style door coming in from the main living area. Right in between is your foot flush lever toilet. As you can see, even with the doors closed here, you have plenty of room in the shoulders, plenty of leg room too. Over to the side is your sink top. You'll see you have storage on both sides, electrical outlet there too. A little bit of storage underneath, not a ton, but that's okay because I'll show you actually have a linen closet in here as well. Mirrored medicine cabinet right up top. Over to this side is the neo-angle shower. You'll notice the roller doors, so that way, the reason I like these, when you're done showering, you open them up, all the water goes down the door right into the shower pan rather than a swing-style door, which a lot of times water ends up on your floor or a curtain that's blowing everywhere. When you do step inside, you have the hand wand here to make showering a little bit easier. To give you an idea of height, I'm about 6 foot. You can see I have a little bit of space under the ceiling, but even more with the skylight. So if you are 6'2", you can be in here without having to hunch down. Then over to this side, this is a slide-out wardrobe in the bedroom, but part of it does extend right here into the bathroom, making that a perfect linen closet. When we step up into the bedroom, you'll see the queen bed right here in the center. A little bit of step up on both sides, but this is a mid-profile, so generally you have that little step there. Nothing terrible, you just got to bend down a little when you get up into bed. On both sides, you have nightstands with a drawer. And then up above that, you will see your mirrored wardrobe, so it gives you a spot to hang your clothes. Some additional storage right across the top there, LED light. And then you'll see a shelf kind of for the headboard with 2 electrical outlets, which is super handy because it gives you a spot to put your cell phones at night when you charge them. If you take a quick look at the ceiling, what you'll see is that this one is prepped for a second AC. It already has the 50 amp service, so if you want a second AC, everything is braced, wired, you are good to go. Right over here to the side is that mirrored wardrobe I had mentioned. You'll see you have 3 doors. You have the hanging rod going across the entire way, so not only do you have the wardrobes on the side, but you have this big one right here, meaning you can bring plenty of clothes with you. This is that slider door to the bedroom, slider door out to the main living area, and on the opposite wall, you have a spot in which you can mount a TV with an emergency exit directly underneath. With the 300BH all closed up, you'll see that it is a pretty tight squeeze in order to get through here. I'm able to do it. I have a pretty big butt. I can kind of squeeze through just like so, but it is not easy. However, if you can make it through, it does give you full access to the 7 cubic foot fridge and freezer here, which is quite nice. Now it blocks off the half bath in the rear. However, right up front, it is completely open right up to your main bath. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the Springdale 300BH FW. Right up front, you'll notice this is the 20th anniversary on there. It's why we get some of those upgraded features inside, like the Furion oven. You'll also notice the mirror right up front, so that way as you are backing up, this will help you align your hitch with the kingpin. Right here, this comes back a little bit. It's concave. That helps give you a greater turn radius, so as you are turning, making those sharper turns, you'll make sure that you don't damage the back of your pickup. We take a look right in here. This is the front storage area. One of the things that Keystone in general does very well is cable management. They try to keep the one side clean here. Everything else is basically right over to the side there. You'll see the battery box located there, which is vented. Coming around over here to this side, you have one of your two 30-pound propane tanks. So you have one on this side, the other 30-pounder will be on the other side. Right behind that is the pass-through storage compartment. We'll open this up for you so you can take a look. There is some plumbing that's running down right there, so you will have to work around that. But other than that, it is a pretty good storage space. You will notice your power awning. Touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it go back in with the LED light strip there. Two outside speakers as well, so you can listen to some music. Those are connected to that multimedia center inside. Your standard 3 foldable steps right here with the foldable grab handle as well. This obviously extends out further than your normal one. That way you have a little more control when entering or exiting the RV from the first step all the way in. If you want to watch TV outside, this is the mount for it. You can take the TV, drop the bracket right in there. You'll also notice that you have a cable outlet as well as electrical outlet, and naturally that is right underneath your awning, right where you would want it. One of my favorite parts, and something you often get with a bunk model, is the outside kitchen. You have 2 drawers right up top here, so it's a good spot for your plasticware. But underneath that, you have this pull-out shelf. Now, you can use this for prep space if you want, or you can put something electric on here, like an electric griddle. You'll see that there is a hole right here, so you can run the electric cables back, plug it in right over here next to the fridge. You have a light back here as well, and then obviously the refrigerator, which is where you'd want to put all of your condiments, beverages, things like that. Spray port out here as well, so you do have outside water access. Standard square tubular bumper with the end caps, so you have a spot to store your sewer hose. Mounted to that is your spare tire, which is probably one of the most convenient spots to access it. Right over next to that, as I mentioned, we were inside, folks, this is already pre-wired for 50 amp because you have that second AC prep. Right up top there is the backup camera prep. So if you want a backup camera, having it installed on here will make it a little less expensive because it's easier, because it's already prepped. And then right back here is your cable inlet. When we take a look at the off-door side, you'll see this one does come with a black tank flush. That way when you're done using the camper, all you have to do is hook a hose up right there. It will wash out your main black tank, hopefully eliminating any solids that got left behind. Your 2 water inlets, both to fill your freshwater tank as well as city water, are located right there. And directly underneath is the outside shower with both hot and cold water access. If we take a look below, I do want to show you the terminations on here because it is a little bit different system than what you normally get. So right up front, you will see both a black and gray tank valve on here, which I can assume is for the front bath. Right back here is the same termination. So these valves will lead to that termination right there. You'll also see a gray valve located there, which I can only assume leads to your kitchen. In the very back, you have a second termination, and that one has both a black and gray tank valve there as well. And again, that will most likely be for the rear bath. All right, folks, that wraps it up. As I said, this is the new 2019 Springdale 300BH FW. If you're interested in this fifth wheel and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.